You know it. You know it. TJ, where are you? That's your song, TJ. That's your song. That was your question. Boom. There it is. So that was question 1 answered. Guys, welcome to Cody Hunter's Q&A, where we answer some questions about whatever you send to me. Now, I'm in my kitchen here in Seoul, South Korea. It's a snowy, cold old day right here, but it's lovely. And, you can't complain too much, can you? But it would be nice to be sitting outside with the sun gleaming on my face right now, having a cold glass of wine. But anyway, here I am having a cold glass of water. All right, so Q&A. Again, thank you for tuning in. If you're tuning in live, this is awesome. If you have any questions, please post them below. I'm happy to answer questions about basically anything: nutrition, raising a family, building a business, fitness, music. I'm pretty big on this trance stuff there, that's pretty legit. Sorry, Danny. 1999. I would have been in the clubs in university my first year at the Bowler dancing to that. Most likely underage, getting in with fake ID. Any of my viewers out there, were you with me? I'm pretty sure there are some guys here that were here. I'm pretty sure. All right, so let's get into this because there's some good questions in here today, actually. And I again, if you're on here, please post some questions. I'd really love to get to them, and we'll free flow some of this stuff. So I've got my computer right here in front of me so I can see what's going on. That's right, TJ, you guessed it, man. What a sick track. I really enjoy that song. Cotton Eye Joe, to me, I have bad memories about that one from university rugby days. Now, the rugby team I played in, wherever you were and wherever you heard that song, Cotton Eye Joe, you had to pull your pants down for the entire song. I'm not even kidding. Any dragons out there watching? If there's any dragons watching right now, you know that game. That was a good old game, that one. But yeah, I definitely got into that one a little bit too much. All right, so here we go. Q&A questions. Let me just make sure I'm on the right page so I don't miss anything here. I'm just going to start from the top. I don't know what order these were posted, but let's just kick them off. And again, there's live comments, so I'm going to have to be really swift with checking those out as well. So I'll get to those. I'm pretty fresh at this live Q&A. I'm going to miss out on those. So, questions. Let's keep going on the music one because I saw there was a question here from my man, Sean, who's an absolute legend, who posted down here again about another song. Okay, there it is. I got both pages open up. Cool. And he was like, what is your go-to tune for getting yourself pumped up pre-workout? And does music improve performance? Good question. Now, I've done many of experiment with music, with listening to it, not having it. I've done coaching classes with music, without it. Now, music enhances our environment so much, right? So I always say when I'm coaching a large group of people, whatever music I put on, at the start, everyone complains about it and they're really picky, like, yo man, where's the Metallica? Or why is this on? This is rubbish. Now the thing is, once you kick that workout off, your brain kind of just goes, and there's way too much to think about rather than what's going on in the background. But it's there, and you notice it's there, and you notice if it's not there as well. Now, during a class, that music, guys, is for the coach. If the coach is loving the music and he's fired up, he will give you more value as a coach. It's how I do it. If I'm coaching a large group in a CrossFit box, for example, the music's for me, because the happier I am and the more beat there is and the more fun there is, then I'm going to deliver a better quality service to you guys. So that's how I do it. But now, if I'm training by myself, there's a couple of tunes here. Now, one song I love is this. Now, if you can guess this song within 30 seconds, you are a champion. James McShane, are you listening? Please be listening. Now, guys, this song is one of my all-time favorites for warming up for a CrossFit workout. I wouldn't start the workout till this song is right up and ready to roll. But during this warming up phase, it just got me. It's got me fired up. It's so good. Sorry, TJ, not YMCA, mate, not yet. Now, also, this is a good song because it's 3 minutes. So this is what I used to call my Fran song, because my goal was always to get sub 3 minutes. So if I finished the song, if I had finished my Fran workout while this song was on, then I would be successful. But again, once I started doing those thrusters and pull-ups, did I actually hear whatever was going in the background? All I heard was like this sort of dull and in your heart, which was crushing you. Okay, enough of that. I'll come back to that later. But anyway, that is one of my best pre-workout songs. It's from Chase and Status called, I've just forgotten what it's called now. That's how bad my memory is. End Credits. I freaking love that song. That's my Fran song, and it's my warm-up song. During a workout though, if I'm in the gym and I'm doing a pump session at the almighty famous Pump Palace, t-shirts and sweatshirts coming soon, post below if you want one. This is what I want to listen to if I'm by myself. Okay, I listen to this kind of stuff.
I was born a champion. I was raised a champion. I got champion in my bloodline.
Oh, listen to that.
I've always been a champion.
Oh yeah. That's the kind of stuff I listen to. More like, not so intense, but it definitely fires me up and it's some good positive words in through my ears. Now, if I'm training with someone, I don't like listening to music. I see those training partners that train together and they like chuck on the headphones while they're working and stuff. I'm like, man, this is really awesome. But some people will get really fired up. It just depends on the individual. For me, I don't need too much of it, but it does help. It does help. Again, it's all about environment. It can change your environment and make it sick. All right, so next question. Thanks for that one, by the way, Sean. Amazing. Post your quote. What's yours, Sean? What's your favorite song to warm up to? Is it YMCA, which someone posted before? All right, now next question here is from Nick, and it says, Cody, I've recently been thinking about trying intermittent fasting. What are your thoughts on this? Or is there an ideal kind of diet or meal planning that has worked best for you? Awesome question. Now, I actually went through some intermittent fasting recently. I gave this a blast. Not so much for the fasting benefits, but I actually really enjoyed the beginning and an end to my meal sections. And I think that's one of the main selling points for doing that kind of fasting. Again, it depends on what you're doing. I was doing like a 16 and 8, 16 hours of fasting and 8 hours of feeding with 2 meals I experimented with, and I also experimented with 3 meals. Now, what it really is doing when you think about it is just making you manage your caloric intake better. Okay, so if I'm having 2 meals, if I need to be eating around 2,200 or 2,500 calories a day, to hit that with 2 meals means I'm going to be smashing back some really dense food. So what that intermittent fasting did was force me to, number one, stop eating all the time, and number two, to stop eating at 6 p.m. at night, which was what my cutoff would be. Dinner at 5:30. We eat dinner very early in the Hunter household. Dinner at 5 o'clock, 5:30. By 6, it's done. Now, the beautiful thing is we all know when we start craving and thinking about that bad food, it's not 6 o'clock in the morning. It's not even 9 o'clock in the morning, right? For breakfast, we can skip breakfast and get through the day quite easily because a lot of us do, right? But after 6, between 6 and 9 for me, that is when the thoughts of what's in that refrigerator? What's in that cupboard? Are there cookies up there? Are there some kind of snack up there? Are there some pretzels? Whatever it is. So that's kind of the window where we want to start having little snacks of food and start adding things to that intake for the day. So number one, if anything, going on intermittent fasting would help you shut down those blocks. You have a clear block where you can eat and you have a clear block where you cannot. Non-negotiable. That's how it needs to go. You can't have a discussion about this. Oh, I've earned this chocolate chip cookie at 9:30 p.m. when I'm about to go to bed. You haven't, and it doesn't matter. So I really like that. So I would suggest giving it a go, and it really depends again on what your purpose of doing it is for. I mean, there are many, many options, and I would look into it more if I was you, but I just enjoyed it for that. I think it had some real benefits for monitoring what I was eating and helped me stay on track. So there you go. That's my 2 cents. Let's go to the next question here from my man, Coach TJ. Coach TJ. If there are any veterans out here, please look this guy up. TJ's just started his new Facebook group where he's supporting veterans out there in the world in terms of and helping them stay fit and healthy and agile and positive and enjoying life. So check him out. He's on my page here if you haven't seen it, and join his group. It's really awesome. All right, so his question was about Cotton Eye Joe, which we've discussed already. But and he said, what is your go-to strength training bodyweight movement when a barbell is nowhere in sight? Awesome question. Now, there are the obvious ones that you think about with bodyweight and the most challenging sort of gymnastic movements, and they are the pulling movements, the pull-ups, the muscle-ups, those kind of things. Right now, let's think about it in this way though. So, because quite a lot of places where I train, there's not even a pull-up bar. There's nothing in sight. So you may just be anywhere. Now for me, I think a perfect hand release push-up done in a really, really strict way is phenomenal. And again, you've got to be strict. We're looking at full range of motion. We're looking at chest to ground, thighs off, and we're looking at the hands coming off the ground and pushing straight back up from the bottom. Now, I would like to know how many of those can you do unbroken with the hand release every time? Now, remember the old days we would say, look, man, I can do 60 push-ups, man, I'm broken, they're legit. But we all know that this was the technique. And you're like rocking them out, feeling like a superhero. I was that guy as well, so don't worry, don't be embarrassed. Don't be embarrassed out there. Some of you probably still do that one. But we all know that if you were to do them properly, it's way harder than that, right? So if you can do 60 full range of motion, unbroken push-ups, hand release push-ups with your thighs remaining off the ground the entire workout. Now I say that because when your thighs are off the ground, it means your chest is on the ground, your toes are on the ground, and your body will stay in that really tight plank position when you go up and down. There's no like sagging or worming up or anything, which is obviously a little bit of a scale that's sort of helping you out a little bit. So something to consider. Funny story about push-ups, I'll tell you real quick. I went to a party once here when I first opened my gym, and I walked into the room, and I've had this happen my whole life. Usually it's about arm wrestling. This guy comes up to me and goes, "Hey, are you that guy that owns that gym? Are you that coach?" And I was like, "Yeah, man, nice to see you. Nice to meet you. I'm Cody." And he goes, "Let's have a push-up competition." And, I'm wearing my nice kit. We're at a party. My wife and I are meeting people. We're kind of trying to mingle. I'm not out there in my workout clothes. But he wouldn't give up on it. He wasn't really, it was sort of more of an intimidating kind of this was his sort of alpha time. So I love this situation. I love when this situation happens because I have no ego in that world. I used to maybe, but not now. So what I said was, "Sounds good, man, you go first." So the guy got on the floor in the middle of a party with people everywhere and started rocking out these push-ups, similar to the ones I told you about before, this kind of like halfy, kind of jolty things. And then he started doing them like 2 fingers, like really getting into it, really sort of showing off. He stood up, sweaty and worked out. I can't remember how many he did. And I said to him, "Man, you win. See you, buddy." And I went away, grabbed a cold beer, and enjoyed my evening. There you go. That's my push-up story. Okay, next question. And TJ, yes, I need to work on my pull-ups more. And I did some today, actually. You'll be proud. I did 5 sets of 5. I'm 104 kilos right now, by the way. That's another story. All right, now, Minso. Whoa, I hope these aren't anonymous questions, but anyway. So what is the best way to get through a plateau, whether it be in fitness, life, work, etc.? So good. Such a good question. There are going to be plateaus with everything. Even if you love it, even if you enjoy it, they're going to come. Even in your training, they're going to come. No, not green band, black. Sing! I was actually doing a push down with the black band. It was so tight that I had to push myself down, so I was ended up working my shoulders a little bit more. But thank you. Yeah, thank you for that observation. So guys, this plateau one. Now, yeah, everything we do will come to a plateau. And again, this is where it comes down to purpose. Why are you doing this? Why is this part of your journey? And why is it part of your goal? And it's not necessarily that what goal, what you hope to achieve, but why? Because that plateau is going to happen. You just have to deal with it. It's not like you're not going to be all loving life every single day. Yeah, the gym today, I'm awesome and I'm getting progress, because it won't happen like that. And there'll be times where you're just like, yo, what am I doing this for? Okay, and I use this example in terms of CrossFitters in the gym. And again, I use this example because I've had a lot of experience coaching CrossFit classes and being in a CrossFit class. Now, if you were to coach a group of, say, 30, 40-year-old housewives, okay? And that workout on the whiteboard was snatches 5, 5, 5, 5. That's it. That's the workout. Okay? Now, if you walk into that workout and you see it on the whiteboard, are you inspired to do that? Do you even really want to do that? Probably not. Most people will be like, what is the use of that? Actually, another one is really good one. I used this today in a meeting. 150 wall balls for time, which is Karen. On the wall, that looks stupid. Like, why would I want to do that? Now, unless your coach is selling you that and understanding the why behind it. What is the purpose of that workout? What am I trying to get out of this workout? How many reps should I be trying to do? Now, if it's RX for the best, if Rich Froning is doing 150 wall balls and he's doing 50 reps unbroken every time, then how can I match that same stimulus? It won't be that. It'll be probably 20 or 30. But you've got to scale and get your ego out of it. But anyway, sorry. my point on this is, if you don't understand the purpose behind that workout, your purpose behind you even going to the gym to do 5 sets of 5 snatches or to do 150 wobble shots, at some point you're like, I'm out. I'm out, man. I have no time for this. You know, I just want to work out. This doesn't help me. All right. So you've got to understand your purpose, because it gets brutal. Some of my most brutal times were opening businesses. It's like, or running a business where you're so exhausted. You've coached all day. Now you got to deal with not having enough money in the bank to pay the rent the following month. All these things come into it, right? Which is a sense, these dips, ups and downs and plateaus and things, you know, you freak out about it, right? You just got to fight through them. Why are you here? Why are you training every day? Why? Now, if it's a training thing, there may be some chances that you just need a break, man. And so my training partner, he had to take about a week off due to a small injury. When he came back, stronger, fitter, better results from that break. So it can do that for you. So the break can help you. So again, to get over a plateau, perhaps you need a break. Perhaps you need to revisit your purpose. Perhaps you need to refresh your environment and your area and just tweak things up a little bit. Never be afraid to adapt and change and try new things, okay? So don't take all those goals crazy seriously, but again, the purpose behind it all is what needs to be very, very clear. Man, I hope that helped out, buddy. I've gone through many plateaus. In training, I've trained my whole life since I was a high school kid, but again, it's not like I'm loving life and training like a madman all the time. There's times where it's like, yeah, this isn't that fun. Then there are other times, like right now, where I'm just enjoying it, loving it. Okay, so, my man GP has posted a question here asking me, does Be More Human project happen in other cities or countries? So those of you guys that are listening that maybe don't know what this is, the Reebok Be More Human project is this outdoor community group that we started here over 2 years ago now, with the purpose of just bringing people together and helping them understand that we work out for greater causes. We don't just work out to be good at working out, we work out to be better in all areas. We work out to be better fathers, husbands, wives, children, workers. We just work out to be better. We don't work out just to be good at doing jump jacks and running around, although that's pretty cool. There are obviously, again, more reasons behind that. So now that we've started that here in Seoul, South Korea, and the question is, does it happen in other cities or countries? Now, when we opened this last year, yes, we had it in other cities. We had it in Busan as well. So we had a group in Busan and we had 4 groups in Seoul. Now, the numbers didn't grow so well and the locations weren't the best. So we downsized it and we put it down to just 2 locations in Seoul, South Korea. So they're not everywhere yet. Now, in the future, undetermined, I will return to New Zealand. And when I'm in New Zealand, I will do something extremely similar, if not exactly the same, because there's so many cool things that come from a community group or tribe like the Be More Human Project. It's people with the common cause. We're there to get better, to train, to meet new people. It's just so good. And for me, again, coaching those groups is so fun. And these groups are free. And you know what's really cool about being free? Ha ha ha. It's almost like you have more power. I'm not held ransom by you paying me money in a way. It's not like I have to please you all the time, which can happen in a gym environment where, hey, I paid you. You've got to do what I want. Or that workout's too hard. Can we change it? Because I paid you. No. You do what's on the whiteboard. You do what we tell you to do. We're here in this freezing cold day offering you an awesome program because you love it. And you're here because I'm here and I'm here because you're there. I love it. It's so good. Speaking of which, this Saturday, Namsan, if you're in Seoul, join us. It will be awesome. There's not many more before we have to go on vacation, the winter holiday break, so make the most of it. Don't miss out. All right, that's okay. That's on that page. Now I've got to go to the live feed because there was some being posted under there as well. Oh, what's that? Unpin that comment. All right. Where did I see? I thought I saw some more questions somewhere. Hold on a second. Kia ora, bro. Kia ora. 15 comment. There they go. They're not all showing here. Hold on. All right. So, where are we? There's a question here somewhere. Oh, there they go. All right. So I've got another question here from Vanessa, who's always tuning into my videos. Thank you, Vanessa. How do you come to terms with and overcome great disappointments and failures, and how to motivate you to not let those failures knock you down? Ooh, that's an awesome question. I may have touched on some of these before. I've gone through heaps of failures, massive amounts of failures. And you know what? There's some really tough ones. I mean, at one point, obviously failures in business, failures with relationships, failures with all sorts of stuff. Now, again, it comes down to going through more of these, you get better at them. You know what to expect and you know how to handle it. Now, for me, I spent about a year holding on to one of my failures. It was like burning me up inside. I was having headaches. Around the back of my neck here was this really weird headache where I thought I had some kind of tumor. Went to 3 different doctors, and of course, you know what they told me? Yo, man, it's stress. And you know what I said? I don't stress out. Man, whatever, I love life. I'm not stressed. Man, I was extremely stressed. So how did I fix that up? Man, it took a lot of searching. It took a lot of understanding what it was I wanted and whether it was worth continuing to fight for that failure or just admit, massive failure. What are the silver linings? What are the good things out of this failure? Now, for me, running businesses and opening a business and then leaving that, in around about 2 years or 3 years, the amount of experience I got and the amount of learning that I did was more than any degree at a university would have got me. So I took the loss of investment, cash investment in that business for me as a fee. That was my university fee. That was the school of hard knocks. That was the streetwise cred smart training that I did. So it actually ended up being, when I looked at it more in a positive sense of what I got out of it and not what I lost from it, it far outweighed that cash. That cash was nothing in comparison to what I learned, how mature I got, how much I grew, what my understanding of business and how to start one and how to manage one and how to build teams, that understanding quadrupled. It was amazing. So I would never change that. I would never change that. So again, there will be failures, and you've just got to make sure that if you're in it 100%. You've got to fight through it and make sure that the purpose is clear. You know, if your purpose is to become a coach and to change the world through your programs and your skills and your gifts, then when you hear feedback from someone saying, you shouldn't be a coach, you're awful, or whatever it is, you don't care what they say because you know deep down inside you're doing what's right based on your purpose. So what they say means nothing to you. That's really, really important because there will always be haters. You post up a few videos, someone's going to be like, yo, man, you're a weird dude. Stop dancing at the start of your videos. Hey, man, I do not care. It's not for that, you know, this is because I'm doing this because I'm in line with what I need to do and what I want to do, and you cannot please everyone. Just think 50-50. I talk about this with running a gym. If you change something in the gym, 50% of people will be like, that is awesome. The other 50% will say, I hate that. So you change it to please these guys over here, and all of a sudden they say, you know, they're like, oh, I love it now. And then the other group is, they hate it. You just can't please everybody. Accept that and just know that you can only look after your vision and your purpose. Great question, Vanessa. I hope that helps you out a little bit. What's this next question here? Remy, best way to order whey online in Korea and get it delivered to our doorway? There are many ways. There are many, many ways. It's actually not as hard. Hey, I came here in 2005 where I had to order all of my supplements from bodybuilding.com. You order a tub of protein for $50. Do you know how much that cost to deliver here back then? God, it was almost $50. You wonder how much money I spent on supplements at that stage. That was my experimental stage. So I ordered every supplement you could possibly ever imagine. None of the top shelf. But just bodybuilding.com. Anyway, now these days there are many different sites. There's only one site I'm going to talk about. You know, I'm all about Reflex Nutrition, of course. I've been using Reflex Nutrition products now for about it's longer than that, probably 3 years. And the quality of protein is awesome, and it's now in Korea, and they've now updated their prices. So if you check out reflex-nutrition.co.kr, you can order it straight through their site. Done skis. At a really good fee now as well. The Chocolate Instant Whey Pro is my 100% recommendation. So do that. Awesome. All right, guys, let me have a look here. How long have we been running for? What I'm going to do here is almost finish things up because I've got to pick up my daughter from school and get her home. All right, guys, if I've missed any questions, I apologize. I'll get to them another time. But thank you all for tuning in. Danny, I thought you posted a question. Am I missing something here, or did I read it? Maybe I missed it. Anyway, whatevs. Hey, team. So, a quick update on a couple of things. Coming up very, very soon. Oh, I almost forgot. This here is happening in Seoul, South Korea on December 9th and 10th. It is the expat fair at the COEX Mall. Now, if you're an expat, which a lot of my followers here are, be here I will also be getting on the expat stage to present. Da-da-da-dun! It'll be my first public speaking arrangement ever. Well, to this level. Actually, I don't even know how big it's going to be, that stage. But I'm going to be there. And I'd love for you to come and support. I'll also be opening up my new online program. That's going to be for you very, very soon. That's going to open up for the new year. But I'm going to release that mid-December. And it's going to be all about building daily, actionable, amazing habits. Because I think that those actionable things that we do every day will bring us a beautiful, large picture of success. Now, it may not look like that. Some days we have failures and some days we miss. But as we know, if you sit back and you look at that again from a large picture, it's awesome. And we can hit some really good goals. That's going to happen soon. It's going to be 100% online to anybody in this entire planet. And what it will be, there'll be different products. But the first one that I'll release is going to be life-changing. And it can be ongoing. Or it can be 1 month, it can be anything, but it's going to be super sick. And I can't wait to share that with you. During this expat fair on the 9th and 10th, I will talk about the whole philosophy of what this is and what this means. And then I'll hopefully have some form of advertising or marketing for you guys that are there so you can either sign up, subscribe, or be involved. It'll be really, really cool. Another one. We have just finished up our 6 weeks. Remember my 6 weeks goal of losing body weight, body fat, and getting in shape? Now, I'm going to do my retest tomorrow and share it with you. I already know this is going to be really interesting, guys, and I can't wait to share the results with you. I'm not going to say too much, but just know this. On the scale today, I was 103 kilos. Remember, I started at 103 kilos 6 weeks ago. And remember, I went down to around 99. I'm back up to 103. But you know what? I'm not scared because I've been looking at photos and I've been looking in the mirror, and things have changed. Things have definitely changed. So I want to share that with you. And I've been tracking all my calories, but I have been a little bit on the upper end of that. But that may be the reason why I'm still very happy about this result. So I'll share that with you very soon after I get the final results done tomorrow. But again, I was heavy. I'll share that. Anything else from me right now? Hey guys, please share my video or please tell some friends about it. You know, I'm building up a nice little following on my Facebook page now, and the more I get, the more I want to give you guys. So please share, comment, and spread the good word. Wherever you are in the world right now, thank you for tuning in. And this is Cody Hunter signing off for another episode of the Cody Hunter Q&A. Thanks for all your questions. Thanks for tuning in. See you guys very soon. Take care, everybody. Bye.